Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Luffy from One Piece. So we're going to start in the middle of his face, and we're going to start with the nose. So at the top of the nose, we're going to come down with a curve back towards the left side, and then from here at the bottom, I'm just going to draw a short angled line towards the middle. And then on the right side of that point, I'm just going to draw almost like a little dot, but a slight angle to it, going from bottom left to the top right. And from here, I'm just going to space the eyes apart. So if I imagine right about here, I'm going to draw a black circle. And I want to find that same spot on the right side. So the finger's here, I'm just going to go to the side of the nose here, and I'll draw another one right about there. And above each eye, I'm going to draw a curve. So starting on the left side, I'll draw a high curve coming down just about the same height. And on the right side, I'm going to draw the exact same thing, just like that. And below each eye, it's got sort of a shallower curve, so starting on the left side here, I'm going to come across with a slight upward curve. Same thing with the right side. And on the right side here, he's got a scar, so I'm just going to draw a curved line that goes up, and then two sort of hash lines in the middle. From here, let's give him a big, wide grin. So his smile is quite wide, so it kind of goes to the outside edge of both eyes. It comes down right about here on below his nose. So let's start on this side here with a curve, and it kind of starts to straighten out, kind of comes back up again. His chin would be placed here, so I'm just going to draw a dot just to give myself a point of reference. But I'm going to go to the side of the head here. So right about here, where his ears are, I'm going to draw an angled line just on the side, on both sides of the face. And then from here, I'm going to gradually curve that side of the head out towards that point. But I'm going to round out that point slightly, and then go back up and meet that jawline there. Okay, from here, let's draw on the ears. So right where I drew that point, I'm going to draw an angled line up, and I'm going to go to the right side and do the same thing just to kind of even things out. Come down in a curve on both sides, and then from here, I'm just going to loop those ends back in. And then from here, along the top, I'm just going to draw a curve on both sides. And you can see I'm going back from left to right just to make sure that I'm balancing out the head. And then here I'm just going to do sort of a backwards S. This side I'll do a proper S, just to show a little bit of detail inside the ear. And let's get up to the hair. So here on the left side, I'm going to come up just above that ear, and I'm going to come down. This is where the jagged hair comes in. So here I'm going to draw a very short line that goes up, and it comes down towards that eye. And then from here, it goes up towards the top of the head. So the top of the head would be right about here where the hat is. From here, I'm going to come down towards that eye again, and come back up. And now I'm going to reverse the curve towards the middle of the face, just like that. And come back up again. And come down above that eye, go up. Then I'm going to come down, and then up into that ear where the point of the ear meets the face. And here, I'm just going to draw on the eyebrows. So let's go down on the inside edge of the right eye and draw an angled line that kind of goes up behind that hair. On this side as well, I'm going to draw an angled line that comes down as well. Okay, let's get into the neck area. So in the center of the chin, he's got a pretty thin neck. So right about here, I'm going to draw a straight line down and one on the same on the right side. We're going to draw some hair on the back of the head. So right about here where the mouth meets, right about here, I'm just going to draw a line down, kind of go up, and just draw a little jaggedy line like that. Here I'll do sort of the same thing, just like so. Right, now from here, he's got a bit of hair that sticks out along the side of his head on both sides. So right about here, I'm going to draw a line that angles out, kind of goes back up towards the ear, kind of curves out, and curves back in. Now, if I imagine the line of the hat is right about here, so I'm going to start right here. I'm going to draw a line before I go any further. It kind of goes across like so. Now I can finish off the side of the hair like that. Here I'm going to draw a line out just like so. Now this hair is black, so you can go ahead and color it in now, or you can wait. But I will wait until I'm finished drawing. So here is the front brim of his hat. So I'm going to draw a point just like that. And on the side of his head, the hat comes out to about here and here. So I'm just drawing a couple reference points for myself, and the bottom of the hat kind of comes up to about here. So along the hat, because it's a very rough sort of woven hat, I'm just going to draw sort of a wavy line that curves behind the head, just like that. I'm going to continue that on up here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it can be very wavy. And along here, I'm going to continue up and try to meet that point in the center of the head that I drew, and try to draw that and finish it off there. Let's get up to the top of the hat. So the top of the hat comes up to about here, and the side of the hat kind of goes in line with the ears. So let's draw a curve to the middle, and I'm going to try to finish this off on the same distance on the side of the head like that. And he's got a band detail around the top of his head just like that. And if you want, you can go and put a bit of detail around the hat. So he's got these little lines that kind of come across. They kind of converge towards the center of his head. Now you don't need to make them all even. They could be sort of random. You can have 2, you could have 3, 4, but they're all sort of pointing towards the center of his head. You see, I'm just roughing them in. And along the top here, just kind of draw a couple of hash lines that go down the side of his hat, just like that. Alright, now let's get into the body. At the bottom base of the neck, I'm just going to draw 2 angled lines that kind of go out. From here, I'll draw 2 lines that come down. Again, I'm going left and right just to make sure I balance this out. He's got collarbone here, so right about here, I'm going to draw 2 lines that kind of curve, but there's a gap in the middle here. But in the gap, I'm just going to draw 2 short little lines that come down. That's for the collarbone. And then here, at this point, I'm going to curve in towards each other and then come straight down. Now I'm not going to draw the whole body, I'm just drawing partial top torso. So here, let's go and do an overlap here. Come out and down, out and down. And then I'm going to draw a little bump on both sides. And here I'm going to do a downward swoop and then curve back up again for the shoulders. Just like that. Now he's got this giant X in the middle, so let's put a point down the chest right about here. And we'll draw sort of a rough line that kind of goes like a V. From here, it tapers out, so it's thicker in the middle, and it kind of comes out again. Now in the center here, I'm going to put a point, and kind of spread those lines out like that. A little bit of stomach muscle. I'll just draw a couple curves, a couple upward curves like so. And along here, on this side, he's got some buttons, so I'll draw like 4 circles. And along the shoulder, I'm going to draw 2 lines that kind of come in and come down. I'm going to do an overlap here, so just a few little wrinkled lines. And on the shoulders, I'm going to round that off on both sides. Do a little bit of a bump on both sides, straight down. Right at this point here, I'm just going to draw a curved line that comes down. I think we're done here, so there's Luffy from One Piece. I hope you enjoyed this program. Please give it a like, and we'll see you again soon.